Hey everyone, welcome back to BrowncoatNerd. Today we're going to be looking at the all-new Magpul Daka double pistol case, specifically the one in flat dark earth. Real quick, I want to remind everyone to please go check me out on Instagram as well as Rumble. And now back to the review. So this caught my eye, watching a lot of the different reviews and videos coming out of SHOT Show 2024. And this Magpul double pistol case really caught my eye. I really like the layout of it. And yes, I will be getting some of their translucent mags once those become available. So one thing I was really shocked about, I forget whose video it was I saw, but I saw a real quick little video of this pistol case. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's something I actually kind of really want to get. And so I hopped on YouTube, and I'm guessing it's just because it's such a new product, but there was really no video reviews out there other than from Magpul themselves. So I figured I'd kind of give you guys a real quick first impressions. Obviously, I just got this. Haven't really used it, so I can't give you any feedback on how durable it is. But I will say I'm very excited and looking forward to this new pistol case. I did pick this up for $56 off of Amazon. And the packaging it came in was just a clear, like plastic bag around it. There's no cardboard box or anything like that. So I imagine they probably just sell these in stores. Just like this, I would assume. So, yeah, that's how I got from Amazon. Real quick, before we dive into this, let me show you what I've been using as a two-gun pistol case. Now, don't laugh at the camo pattern. I know I'm like the only person on planet Earth that actually likes the digital camo. I know it's pointless and useless camo, but whenever this stuff first came out, I just thought it was cool looking. So, yeah, here we go. Excuse me. I've had this two-gun pistol case for a very, very long time. Like right when I kind of was reintroduced to shooting and started getting into it. I was at a Cabela's. You can see this is a Cabela's branded pistol case. And I can't remember the price. It was pretty cheap. I want to say probably like between $35 and $45, maybe even less. And I've been using it for years. And for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, these two things do not come with it. Yes, I have even more digital camo. But it has these little, I guess, Alice loops here that you can attach stuff to. Thanks, Doug, for the multi-tool, by the way. So that's one thing I like about it. However, once you start to add a lot of stuff to this, if you got some like full mags in here or boxes of ammo, this becomes very awkward to carry. It's not like a duffel full of stuff because your balance is kind of all off. So it's a little awkward, but not terrible. And like I said, these pockets, you can put some full, 30 round mags in there, or a couple boxes of ammo, a couple handgun magazines. So that's one thing I like about this, is kind of complement any rifle that I bring as well with those bags. But then how it's set up, which is much like the majority of two-gun pistol cases. Yes, I know there's a wide variety out there. But you have these two pockets on either side to put your handgun in. And then you'll have some elastic loops here to put magazines in. Now, the only problem I have with this, and well, like with what I have in here, some used surplus with some wear marks, doesn't really bother me too much. However, I will point out, I think one of these marks was not on the gun when I first got it, and actually I think came from being in this case. The problem is when you have the guns in there, they're kind of pushed up against each other. You've got this thin little layer of material. If you put some mags in here, that can kind of give it a little bit of a buffer zone. And I know there's other pistol cases out there that this section is a little bit thicker, a little bit more padded, and you'd probably be better off. But I just don't like that idea, of the guns kind of grinding up in there. I hope you guys love that representation there. So this is what I've been using for years. For the most part, I've been very happy with it. However, when I've got a nicer gun, I've learned to be wary of using this pistol case. Yes, it does have some Alice straps on the back here. And then these handles do have a little Velcro strip, which I actually rarely use, because if I'm getting in and out, this thing just becomes a pain in the butt. I thought I would like it. I don't actually care for that little Velcro strap. So, That's what I've been using. What I like about this guy, one, the zippers are very robust. These are the, let's see where we got it, the water resistant YKK Aqua Guard zipper. And it's got 550 paracord here as your zipper pull, but it does seem to be a very tightly sealed fit. Now these are advertised as water resistant. I have some people kind of gripe about these, saying that they're not waterproof, and they're not advertised as that. They're water resistant, so it's not something you'd want to like submerge in a lake or anything, but it's something that, you know, if you get a little bit wet, if you drop it into a lake, as long as you got a, you know, fairly quick recovery on it, you're probably going to be fine, especially with that AquaGuard zipper there. Another thing I will say real quick, when I first got this, I thought I was going to rip it. Coming around these corners, and I think also now that there's a few things in here, it's a little bit easier to do, but it is a real pain in the butt. You can see that it kind of snags up. Discovered you just kind of like squeeze here, and now I'm behind the camera, so it's kind of awkward, but the tip here is kind of squeeze that corner down once you first get these. I'm hoping the zipper loosens up a little bit more. It definitely has loosened up some since I first got it, which was only yesterday, so I haven't really worked the zipper a whole bunch. It's not like I've been sitting there playing with it. So I hope that does loosen up a little bit. However, obviously for what this is designed for, you do want that to be fairly tight. So, and the material, I guess I should point out, is the all-new Magpul Daka. It is a polymer-infused textile of some sort. It feels like a very heavy-duty, like, raft material or something. I don't know. I'm a little curious to see how well this Flat Dark Earth one holds up to scuffs and, like, tears and stuff. Obviously, it does feel very thick. I don't think I'm going to be worried about tears, but I'm a little curious about scuff marks and stuff on here. And if I didn't mention already, it is worth pointing out, this comes in both black and Flat Dark Earth. And at least right now, those are our color options for this. Also worth pointing out, it does not have the Velcro bit to hold these together, which, like I said earlier, I actually don't really like. And then these handles definitely seem very thin, especially compared to that other case. However, this does seem to be good quality material. It's Magpul, so I've got faith this will hold up. Looks like we got double stitching on either side there. But what I really like about this case, let's see what's the best way. We'll do it this way. Is instead of having a pistol on either side, we have them both on one side. That way we're kind of locked against rubbing on each other. We do have mags over here, but we have a little bit of a kind of somewhat rigid protection cover. So I very much like this setup more than what I did have. Also, with that other one, the material, it was almost kind of a, I don't want to say waxy, but obviously it's kind of like a canvasy material. It feels like, I don't know, like it might be a little bit water resistant, like if you were to spray with Scotch Guard, you know, that kind of water resistant, but not really, not water resistant like this material. So that's one thing I really do enjoy about this, because there's been a few times I've had that other bag out at outdoor ranges, and it started to sprinkle on us, and when I got home I was like, I need to make sure this thing is completely dry before I put any other handguns in it, because I don't want to get any moisture in there and start rusting. So much better off with this guy. It's not going to absorb it's not going to absorb that moisture once it gets on there. So another thing I really liked about this. But like I said, the big reason I'm switching over to this and going to give this one a try is the setup of these pistols. It's like the other one, the surplus pistols, I don't really care about too much. However, we got a little small single stack Beretta Cheetah here. I don't want to scratch this guy up. The bluing on here is actually pretty good, even though it is Italian surplus. Put these nice wood grips on there. Well, cheap, but nice looking wood grips. And I just kind of want to keep it nice. Traditionally, with guns like that, what I would use are these little kind of soft cases. I'll bring like a duffel with me or something, some kind of other range bag. grab these cases and I'd bring these along with me. Same issue with the moisture. If it gets on the outside, you want to make sure it completely dries out before you put a gun back in there. I really do like these Voight ones. I think the look of them seems to be nice. Quality's nice. They're unfortunately built in China. This thing is like, I don't even know who makes this. I'm sure it's from China as well. And then even my my other Cabela's 2-gun case is made in China. I am not 100% sure if this is made in the U.S. I'm going to assume it is, but it might not be. But yeah, I want to keep guns nice. Then of course we've got the Star 30M here. This is a full-size double stack. So you see that these little pockets here will work for a variety of sizes. These little tabs here I did not realize they are very, very elasticy. So you got no issue getting something in there, you know, good and secure. We have a nice EVA foam liner here, and that is on both sides. Give it a little more cushion, whereas the other case I had really was just the fabric itself was the cushion. There's no actual real padding in there. Get these back in there. And at first, I forget what gun it was. It might have been my Beretta 51. I put some gun in here, and it was the size was kind of odd. Let me pull this back to give you a little better idea. But what I realized kept doing was I kept getting this elastic band over the slide rather than kind of getting it in that beaver tail section there. So if you've got an oddball shaped handgun or something that's kind of smaller, just make sure you're not doing that. I've played around with this. I guess I haven't put like my Glock 43 or my Zastava M70 in here. Those are probably the smallest 2 guns I have. So I guess I haven't tried those. But if you give me just a second, let's grab the Glock 43. Please stand by for a small interruption. Okay. Puppy dog didn't like me running around the house. So, Glock 43. As we can see, we are clear. It's a little bit smaller than the Beretta 85. And here we can see, yeah, that is pretty small. However, it's still secure. I mean, you're going to move around a little bit in there, but you've got this good padding. And you're not going to be rubbing up against another handgun. The magazine's over here, which typically are a little bit flatter. You're not going to have things like, you know, safety points or anything sticking out to mar up your finish. And then you have this semi-rigid divider there. So, yeah, quick little test. Sorry for the excursion. Didn't think about that one until, obviously, just now. Get that out of the way. Alright, so, and we do have like a little, I'm not sure really the point of this bit here, but it's there. I guess better than not there. We have a little spot over here for 8 magazines. Now mind you, you can add additional 2 magazines if you have magazines in your firearms as well. But we do have a spot for 8 mags over here, and as you can see, I've thrown a different variety of double stack and single stack mags. They all do seem to fit. This spot over here, I had a double stack mag in, and like I said, I just got this yesterday. Oh, excuse me, a little belchy. I just got this yesterday, so I had a double stack mag in there for less than 24 hours. I can definitely tell this loop with a single stack mag in it now is a little bit looser than these loops over here that started out with the single stack mags in them. Now granted, this one is pretty small. It's the one out of the Beretta, but it works. I'm not really concerned about it, you know, sliding out. I think that retention is going to be perfectly fine to keep that mag in there. Then we do have a little zippered spot in here as well to keep your, I don't know, paperwork or your Star Wars action figure back cards. But you do have a compartment in there. You could probably throw in like a small packet of like earplugs or something like that. I don't think it's quite big enough to like jam a box of ammo in there. You could probably do it, but I would imagine it's going to give a very large lump sticking out of it. So might not try that. And then, last but not least, it looks like we have their little classic dot matrix deal going on that they put on their mag, so you can like fill it in and mark it. So if you want to mark this case as, being a specific case, numbering it or being for a specific gun or whatever, you do have that option back here. That's one thing I was kind of curious about. Do we have a smudge already? A little bit of a mark. And also, obviously, I'm not concerned about keeping this mint. It's going to get dirty. I'm just very curious how scuffy it gets and, what that looks like. Another thing with this fabric on here, like they say, it is a textile, a polymer-infused textile. If you're someone that likes to put like stickers and crap on your case, I don't mean to say it like that derogatory, like putting stickers on your cases back. I do it too. There's none within arm's reach. I don't think that's going to work on this kind of material, though. I feel like that sticker is just going to peel right back up. So you are stuck with your little dot matrix in order to mark your pistol case. So yeah, that is my review. Let me see. Hold on. I'm skipping a few things here. Dimensions. Got these dimensions off of Amazon. It is 15.08 inches by 13.15 by 2.6. The part number on Amazon, I'm not sure if that's the Magpul part number or just the Amazon part number. It is MAG 1360245. So there's that for you guys. I'm really looking forward to using this case. I think I'm going to like it. I'm a little torn on the old one, even though it's caused me a few nicks and dings. I've had it forever. It's been very durable. It's in god-awful digital camo, which I just freaking love for some weird reason. But this one, I think I'm really going to like it. I like the padding in there. I like how it's got the pistols oriented. I think this is going to be one. Even though I don't have the little loops to add on stuff, that kind of became cumbersome once I started doing that. So I'm not too concerned about losing that. Alright guys, I think that is all I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Of course, as always, stay safe and stay shiny. Daka Daka.